I sometimes don't get minimalist. I really don't. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Venya and today I want to talk to you about something that I've been seeing a lot lately in some videos that other minimalist YouTubers make. So to me, minimalism has always been about simple living and living with things that you love. So surrounding yourself with only the things that bring value to your life, or as some people would say, bring joy to your life. But I've seen kind of a trend, or maybe the trend's always been there, but I just haven't recognized it or realized it, that people becoming more extreme when it comes to minimalism. It's almost like a competition sometimes. When I first started minimalism, I threw away clothes and books and miscellaneous items. I threw away a lot of paperwork and notebooks and all this kind of stuff. But there's one thing I literally never threw away, and that is furniture. What is it with minimalists not owning or throwing away their furniture just for the sake of minimalism? There are two pieces of furniture that I'm thinking about. I'm not even thinking about the cupboards, because if you minimize, you tend to need less space, which I think which kind of seems okay to me, to get rid of some cupboards if you don't need them. But there is two specific items which bother me a lot, which so many people get rid of nowadays. And the first one is the bed or the bed frame, and the second one is the sofa. Yes, this beautiful piece of furniture. Let's talk bed first. I can kind of understand how this like going back to nature thing and not owning a bed frame and just putting a mattress or a futon on the floor and living like really basic and almost like you're on a camping holiday somehow is really tempting. And to me, like sleeping on the ground brings back lots of memories from past holidays where I went camping with my family and we just lived in the woods, and it was really nice. I love that time of my life and I will in the future, but I just don't get the whole do this at home thing. And because of that, I now want to give my statement or 4 statements of why I think you should not get rid of your bed ever. So the first thing is that if you put your mattress on the floor, it cannot air out. So when you sleep on your bed, the mattress gets kind of warm, and it can also get quite warm underneath, and if there is no air going through, mold can kind of form and your mattress will get moldy at some point and be past repair, and then you'd have to buy a new one. And that is also not the thought behind minimalism. The thought is to care for your things and to keep them around as long as possible, and buying a new mattress just because you put it on the floor and it gets moldy is just not the right way to do it. I know that from experience because I bought a new bed frame once, but it took a while to arrive, so I put my mattress on the floor, and then I did not only have to pay for the new bed frame, but I also had to pay for a whole new mattress, and it really wasn't worth it. There are some alternatives. You could just put the, there are some like wooden things that you can put underneath, so the mattress is protected. Or you can use a futon, these like tiny, small, thin mattresses that you can actually fold up. But you'd have to do that basically every single day, and at least for me, it would be too much of a hassle to always fold up and move around my mattress just for the sake of sleeping on the floor. My second reason for not getting rid of my bed is that, especially if you live in a one-room apartment, putting your mattress on the floor kind of makes the room look unfinished or kind of wrong, just because the height differences between the mattress and all the other furniture is so off. I know this is just like an optical thing, and it's not like a really good reason why you shouldn't get rid of your bed frame, but if you want to have an aesthetically pleasing look in your room, don't consider it. It always gives this look of, I just moved here and I haven't gotten my furniture yet. My third reason for not getting rid of my bed and why I love my bed is that minimalism is about conscious consumerism. And if you get rid of your bed frame, this might be okay for the moment, because many people who call themselves minimalist are my age or a bit younger, but it hasn't quite reached like the older generations yet. Like, not that I know of, I mean like 60 plus. And why am I saying this? It's like minimalism for me is about keeping the things as long as possible. And a bed frame is something that is very sturdy, and most times you can keep it for decades without it breaking and only needing maybe minor repairs if you have a good bed frame. So getting rid of your bed frame now means that in some decades or so you will have to buy and repurchase another bed frame, because the older you get, the more difficult it gets to get out of bed, especially if it is very close to the ground. I work as a caretaker for the elderly, so I witness this every single day, and we have like really elevated beds so people can get out of them easily. And let me tell you, there is not a single person that could really stand up from the floor. I'm thinking of someone who could, but really there is no one. So you're essentially throwing something away that you could and will have to use in the long run, and that is not a part of minimalism at all. And then my fourth reason, and this is something that is for me and that I also consider, of course you could say that you don't really have to, and that is a potential partner or a partner that you already have. If you're both fine with the idea of sleeping on the ground, you do you, it's your thing if you're happy with it. But I can say that not everyone is cool with sleeping on the ground, and especially if you have to make decisions for more than one person, you'd also have to consider asking your significant other if they're also okay with that decision. And if they're not, then there is no way anyway you could get rid of the bed frame. So that was the bed. Let's talk sofa. It's literally the second biggest love of my life. I have really never seen a living room or a lounge area without a sofa, without some kind of sofa or comfortable seating. I think maybe this is a thing in Germany, but I cannot think of any country that doesn't have some kind of comfortable sitting option in their living room. Whether that is on the floor or a sofa like this one, that doesn't really matter. But now I am talking about sofas like this. So for me, the benefits of a sofa, and why I think everyone, even a minimalist, should have one, is that it's comfortable. It's comfortable to sit on, it's comfortable to lie on, and it's just a great place to have a coffee, to read a book, and you don't really have to get into your bed, get it all messy, and I don't know, whenever I'm in my street wear, I do not climb into my bed because I don't know what I touched outside, and so I don't want to get into my bed. So a sofa is like the perfect option, and especially if you put some like nice pillows on here or blankets, then it is a really comfortable place to be. By the way, I bought this and it is so beautiful. You can wear it as a scarf like this, like a really big scarf, or you can use it as a blanket. And the great thing is, this was produced in Germany, in the Black Forest, and it's 100% fair traded cotton wool, and it's handmade, and I just love it. Like, I got it yesterday, and it's already my favorite piece of clothing, or whatever you want to call it, in my room. Okay, coming to the second reason. Now I need this blanket. Sorry. So, the second reason, it is an alternative to lying in your bed all day. I kind of touched on it in the first point that I made, but a sofa is also a great place to just relax and lie down on, especially if you don't want to mess up your bed. So just short one. The third reason why I love as a good sofa in my living room or my lounge area is that if you invite people over, they know exactly where to sit. If you don't have seating options, people will likely not come to your house as much because they can only stand around or sit on the floor, and depending on the season we're in, it can get really cold. The fourth reason why I love a sofa is that every room or every living room looks really empty without it. Because what do you want to put in a living room if you don't have a sofa? You could put individual chairs, but that just doesn't look as cozy. With sofas you can create like little corners where you can like snuggle up into, and it just gives the room an overall warm vibe, I think. And that is also reason number 5. I think a living room or a lounge area without a sofa looks quite cold and uninviting. If you just put down some chairs, there's no way you can snuggle up with someone else, and you just sit next to each other. And to be honest, if I want to watch a movie, I'm not going to do that in bed because I sleep in my bed. I don't watch movies in my bed, but I also don't want to sit on a chair, unless it is an armchair, but I do not want to sit in a cold hard chair for 2 hours to watch a movie. That is just not happening. So I'm wondering how all other people do this. Also, the 6th reason why I love my sofa is that if I were to sit on the floor all day, if you have like cushions on the floor, I'd get severe back pains. I don't know if it's just me, but I can sit on the ground for a couple of hours at a time, but it is not really comfortable, and you'd have to sit up straight all the time, and at some point my back will start hurting. I don't know if that is with me being really unfit concerning my back, but I actually don't think so. And with a sofa you can just like lean onto it and have great support for your spine. That was it. Me being passionate about beds and sofas and why no minimalist should get rid of this. Of course, if you're traveling and you're just renting temporarily, you don't need to buy these things. That wouldn't make any sense. But if you live somewhere permanently, then it is definitely a good thing to own these. My opinion. Maybe you can share your opinion about this in the comments, and if you have other things that you find weird that many minimalists start getting rid of. Let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this little rant and rambling video about beds and sofas, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.